Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you all have a very happy and healthy holiday season and new year. And boy, has 2020 been something else. Well, right now, what I'm doing is making what we call Santa cookies in our house. My name is Mary Drew. You can subscribe to my channel if you'd like, or you can just watch this video. I have put out 2 other videos that I just briefly wanted to touch upon before I get into what I title If You Really Knew Me. So the first 2 videos I put out, one was about declaring myself a success, and the other was just a quick video about 2 books that I had published, and they're out on Amazon. And the reason why I posted those 2 quick videos, real old school style, meaning there are, no stops, no pauses, no cuts and edits, pretty much nothing frills. I did it sort of old school because I didn't really want to add all the fluff into it right now. It's maybe later on in other videos, just not for now. So let me explain who I am so you all know why you're even tuning in to me and watching. My name is Mary Drew. I am a psychic medium. So if you don't know what a psychic medium is, that means I communicate with people who are deceased, who have crossed over. And I have been working as a psychic medium for about over 20 years at least. But I also work other jobs, so it's not my only job. And I have had this gift since I can remember age 5. Honestly, I don't remember before that. I'm pretty sure most people don't remember a lot of things about their life before that. But I do remember being young. I remember seeing deceased people. I couldn't hear them back then, but definitely could see them. And back when I was young, yeah, it scared me. I just, of course, thought it was weird and unusual. I kept it a secret, like most kids probably would. And I found a lot of nights spending at the end of the bed of my brother's room or one of my brother's rooms because I didn't really understand what was happening to me. And I have to say something. This gift is a very unusual gift. And most people will ask me, well, why you? Why do you have it, not us? And I don't even have a good answer for that. I don't know why. This is just who I am. It's who I've always been. So you kind of get used to it after a while and you just accept it. It wasn't until later in my life, around 18, that I started to actually hear them, besides see them. And then I started to feel things that I thought, I shouldn't be feeling about people that I would be standing near. And eventually I started to realize, how come I know these things before they know them? Or why, if I stand next to a stranger, can I tell that they're pregnant and they don't even know they're pregnant yet? So, a lot of soul searching, a lot of talking to therapists and doctors and neurologists and even priests. Oh my God, my poor priests. I talked to a lot of people. I went to school, I went to college and graduate school. I have a master's in education. But this gift has truly followed me throughout my life and eventually steered me in a way that I made it my profession. It will always be a part of my life personally, but now it's something that I choose to share and I choose to use. So I do have clients. I do give out readings. People always ask me, well, what is a reading? And a reading is pretty much, just so you know, I'm making the cookies, so I'm kneading the dough as I'm talking to you. So doing a reading for someone means that I will sit with someone, whether it's individual or group, and when I sit across from them, I pick up on their energy, the living person that I'm sitting with. And then from that, in connects, like a wire, I guess you could say I'm sort of the wire in between, in connects the deceased people who come through. So when I'm sitting with someone, I don't know anything about them. I do know their first name, but that's all I know because that's the only information I will take from someone. Most of my business, I'd say 90%, is referral based, which means people keep recommending me, which is really sweet and nice. And I'm so glad that I can help so many people deal and cope with the loss of their loved ones or friends, or the grief and the depression that, sickness and death brings. It is really difficult. And I know this on a professional level, but I know this on a personal level. I lost my dad a year ago. I lost one of my brothers 20 years ago. And it's really hard. And I miss them every day. So I know what it feels like to lose people close to you. I know what it feels like to want to communicate with them, to want to reach out to them, or to want to hear from them, get a message or a sign or something. So, of course, I definitely understand why clients come to me and why people want to seek out psychics and mediums. Now, you have two types of people. You have believers, and then, of course, you have skeptics. You have healthy skeptics, which are people who they want to believe, but they need proof, And I understand that because honestly, so would I. If I ever got to go to a medium or a psychic, yeah, I kind of want proof too, meaning name my brother who's passed, or give me the name of my father, or tell me something really personal about them that no one else would know, especially not her or him, whoever's giving me the reading. So, yeah, that's a normal skeptic in my eyes, and you should be skeptical, because are there people out there that are what they call charlatans or fakes? Yeah, definitely there are. Am I one of those people? No, I would never do that. Not because I wouldn't do that for my morals and values that I hold. I wouldn't do it because it's wrong. I wouldn't do that because not how I was raised. And I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want it done to me. So the end result is, if you're seeking out a psychic and medium, and when you're ready to do something like that, you just make sure that when you go to someone, whoever that is, that they give you the information, that you don't feed it to them. There's all different ways that people can get information from you. Biggest one, social media, of course. I'm not on social media anymore. Years ago I was, so if you ever followed me back then, you would know that I once had like Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or things like that. I haven't had Facebook in, oh my God, almost 10 years. So there is a fake Facebook, by the way, out there that someone claims is me. It's not. So I just want you guys to know that. But no, I don't use social media anymore. And it wasn't because of my job or my gift as a psychic medium. I don't use it because I found it to be kind of negative, and I didn't really like all the things I was seeing and hearing on it, so I just pulled off. Now, YouTube, of course, is a form of a network or social media, and I'm reaching out this way now differently because I have a purpose in mind, not just because I want people to know I'm a psychic medium, because really I wanted to base my channel possibly on doing things that will help people, uplift people, more like motivational speaking type speeches and things like that. Will I share personal parts of my life with you? Of course I will, because most people do, and I don't really think there's anything wrong with that, as long as I feel I'm sharing what I want to share, not what I'm being forced to share. So just so you know, I guess most people kind of wonder, am I the type of person who would tell you, or am I the type of person who would give you all the information I'm getting from deceased people? Will I tell you the bad with the good? And I guess my answer to that is yes. I can't not tell you something, because that wouldn't be right, especially if your deceased person is talking about a topic, then they feel it's important for me to address and bring up. But I am going to get very personal with the reading, which means I will talk about things that sometimes make people a little uncomfortable. And I always am so delicate in how I deliver that message, but it does have to be addressed, of course. What are some topics that people talk about when they get a reading? Health, relationships, of course, love. They just want to connect to their deceased loved ones in general. They will ask me about, future predictions, things that are going to happen, and I just tell them whatever's coming to me. So I can't practice for it. I can't be schooled in this. I know there are people that go to seminars and lectures on how to tune into themselves, or how to be more intuitive or more psychic or more empathetic. And yeah, those are great seminars. You can learn a lot from anything. But if you have that natural ability, it's just it's going to come from you. It's just going to come out. So I do have that natural ability, and I am never going to apologize for it. And I definitely know that there will be positive comments on this video, and there will be negative comments on this video. People will call me a witch. I'm not a witch. Don't cast spells. Don't perform spells. I don't think there's anything wrong with people who are Wiccans and want to, dabble in all that, because that's where their interests lie. That's fine. It's not what I do. I'm not a mentalist, which means I can't read your mind. That's not what a psychic medium does. Are there mentalists out there, people who, perform sort of their own types of, I guess, events, and I've seen them even on TV? Sure, there are. That's not me either. So I am only going to either see, hear, or feel deceased people. I'm going to connect to them, and that's what I do. And if you don't believe in that, like I said earlier, that's okay. You don't have to, and don't let someone bully you into believing it either. You just have to listen and sort of like give someone a chance, basically. So when people come to events that I do, which right now, of course, pandemic's going on, so there are no events, there's plenty of skeptical people that come. They're really dragged there. Usually it's men, and I don't know why, but it is. And they're dragged there by their wives and girlfriends, and I always make a joke of that. And of course, I will try to not change their mind, because I don't really believe in changing someone's mind. I will just show them what I can do, and then let them base their own judgment off of that. So that's who I am. That's what I am. And that's why I say, if you really knew me, you'd know that that's me. Now, there are other parts of me that are important. Of course there are. There are parts of me. I always joke I'm a jack of all trades. I can do other things. I have other skills. I work for a dental office. I used to be a landscaper. I have a degree in education. I have a lot of things that I'm interested in, art and music, and I have 4 kids who I love and adore so, so much. I am also a chronic pain and a chronic illness person. So that is something that will be addressed eventually in other videos. I battle fibromyalgia and a condition called PMDD. And I will go through what all those things are at another point in time, not now. I have children that have different disabilities as well. I have a child with chronic pain disorder, a child that has AMPS, it's amplified muscular skeletal pain syndrome, fibromyalgia. I have children that even have anxiety, have had panic attacks. I have a son with Tourette syndrome. My, father died from Alzheimer's and bone cancer. My brother died from melanoma, which eventually spread to other forms of cancer. So, I got to taste this dough because I'm dying to. I can't help it. I loved it. It's bad. I know it's bad for you. So there are lots of things that encompass who I am and where I come from. And I just wanted to touch base with a quick video about that, and then let you know, because people, of course, are going to ask me, well, what is this channel going to be about? Is it all going to be about psychic medium stuff? Is it all going to be about ghost hunting? Is it all going to be about the paranormal, the supernatural? No, it's not. It's going to be a channel that deals with lots and lots of things. So if you're interested to watch on further, there will be other videos posted. Do I have a plan or a schedule how and when I'm going to post? This is all new to me. Not the techie person. I'm more like a Bob the Builder kind of person. Someone who likes to get my hands dirty and build things. So I'm not the technical person. I don't know how to cut and paste and edit and add thumbnails and do all these things. My kids, of course, are going to be all over me, and they're going to probably make me do these things. But in the beginning, I just want to keep it simple and easy. So for the rest of this video, the only other points that I want to make is that I really, really do hope that everyone gives me a chance. And I appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to listen. You don't have to watch this video today. It's Christmas Eve, everyone, and I hope you're doing something fun. It's very quiet in my home right now. I have a little dog here who usually barks, so it's like a miracle I got even this video out. My 4 kids are visiting their dad and their new baby brother, so they're getting to do something fun for Christmas Eve with his family. And I'm here baking because if I don't make the Santa cookies, even though my kids are very grown, in a sense, they're teenagers, and my oldest is almost 22, they will be very upset. We have to put out cookies for Santa. We have to put out the milk. We still follow the traditions and always will, because we always believe. And I hope that you guys have a healthy start to your new year. I probably will post my next video after the new year, or maybe possibly right before it, because I will want to talk about, new starts. But I just want everyone to know that I know 2020 has been a really hard year, and a lot of people have been emotional and depressed and anxious, and I can't even tell you the things that I hear and listen to through my family and my friends and clients and everyone. But yes, there's been a pandemic, and yes, this has been a very sad year for many people, a lot of lives lost. But that is not the only thing that has happened in 2020. There are good parts too. You have to choose what you're going to focus on. And all that we're inundated with through the news and media is all the negative parts of the world. So I hope and I challenge you to try to find the good in the bad. Try to find the things that make you happy. Try to enjoy the holiday, even if it's spending it through Zoom calls with your family because you're separated. I can't see anyone in my family tomorrow. Just my kids and I will be here. I won't be able to see my boyfriend. I won't be able to see my mom. I won't be able to see my brothers. We are all staying separated for the safety of my mom. So it's going to be hard, but we're going to take time tomorrow, me and the kids, to do, of course, gifts and laugh and eat and talk about funny stories and play games. And we're going into this new year, 2021, with power. We're going in with force. We're going in with a good attitude. We're going to what we call just strive for a better time. And we're going to make a difference in people's lives like we always have and will always continue to do. So everyone, please, please, please have a very merry and happy holiday season and stay well. And I wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for listening, and have a great night. God bless. Bye. I gotta go bake.